Good evening, guys. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lynn, and welcome to my channel for the love of scents. If you love fragrances, perfumes, or anything that smells good, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of my future videos. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for watching. So today I will be showing you the part 2 of my Giorgio Armani collection, and this will be regarding the Armani Prive. So the bottles look like this. So the clear one is the Eau de Toilette, and then the opaque one is the Eau de Parfum. They are considered as the higher end or the more expensive line of the house, of the perfume house. So let's start. Let's start with the one that has the clear bottle, which is Rose Alexandria. So this is a floral fragrance, was launched in 2008, and the notes are neroli, rose, mimosa, mandarin orange, and bergamot. So this opens up with a fresh citrus. So I already have the dry down here. It opens up with a fresh citrus and neroli, then transition to rose and mimosa. So this is like a linear perfume. It doesn't have the top, middle, and the base notes. So it just straight up a light, fresh, spicy, and soapy rose. This is um, moderate projection, very small scent bubble, and the longevity is about 4 to 5 hours. So for a pricier perfume, I don't think it's worth it to spend $200 to buy this. If it will only give you a small scent bubble and longevity of 4 to 5 hours. There are better designer perfumes and cheaper perfumes, better rose, light rose perfume with a better price range than this. But I got this for a good deal. That's why I bought it. But otherwise, I wouldn't, pay full price for this because this is performance is not good, and the scent is very simple. It's very simple and very common mass appealing scent, but still nice. But it doesn't worth the price that you have to pay to get this. So that's the first one, Rose Alexandria. Then we have the Rouge Malakit. So this comes in the red bottle. So I have only 50 ml, and I'm planning to get 100 ml, but then I realized I don't need 100 ml because this is such a strong scent and very long lasting. So the dry down is amber, very amber, and floral, tuberose. Now this one is considered as an amber floral and was launched in 2016. And perfumer is Pascal Gorin. And the top notes tuberose, pink pepper, and clary sage. Mid notes are tuberose, jasmine, sambac, ilang ilang, benzoin, orange blossom, and cashmeran. Base notes tuberose and amber. So basically, in short, you can describe this in three notes: tuberose, jasmine, amber. That's it. That is the only scent notes you can smell. So it's very dominant, not just tuberose, it's combination of tuberose and jasmine. Some people say that this is actually a jasmine scent more than tuberose. But for me, it's both. Definitely, you can detect the tuberose and the jasmine. And then dry down is very ambery. So the amber here is the same as the amber in Alien. The dry down is similar to Alien. If you like the dry down of Alien, you will also like this. Now, the only difference between this and Alien is that the price. Of course, this is more expensive than Alien. And second, the performance. Though Alien is very long lasting and strong. This is even more stronger and more long lasting. So the scent bubbles is very big, very huge scent bubble, and it is strong up to maybe 2 to 3 hours. You can still smell a very strong silage and projection. Longevity is 7 to 8 hours, sometimes more than that. If you use it on a cold weather, especially on a winter, you can get more than 8 hours, especially if you're just, indoor. Definitely you'll get more than 8 hours, but in average 7 to 8 hours. And the projection is also strong, maybe up to 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours. Sometimes you don't need to respray it. If you already overspray the first time, maybe you don't need to respray it again. But if you're an oversprayer like me, maybe for me, I will need to respray this again, but it's not mandatory because this is so strong. So that's the red, sexy red bottle, red Rouge Malakit. Then we have the Vert Malakit. This is the green bottle. Hmm. This is my love. I love this so much. And this is considered as a woody aromatic, was launched in 2016. Perfumer is Febris Pellegrin. Top notes bitter orange and petitgrain. Mid notes jasmine sambac, ilang ilang, and pink pepper. Base notes lily, vanilla, and benzoin. So it opens up It opens up very bitter because of the bitter mandarin and the petitgrain. So petitgrain also gives off a bitter scent. It's very bitter in the top, and the middle, it's jasmine sambac, and ilang ilang. For me, ilang ilang, if done properly, is so sexy. This the ilang ilang in here is the same as the ilang ilang in Psychedelic Lab by Inicio. It's so sexy. Maybe that's the reason why this scent is love at first sleep for me. First time I smell it, I fell in love. This is the favorite of Delicious Delights, Arlene, and I could definitely understand why she loves this so much because it also happens to me. First sniff, it's it's so sexy, and I think it's because of the ilang ilang, and then of course mix it with jasmine. And then is a the dry down is a very creamy and powdery vanilla. The dry down is so sexy too. So I have the dry down on the other side. The dry down is so sexy. It's so powdery. I like powdery scent, but this one, it has the creaminess and the powderiness and some sweetness. And of course, the ilang ilang and the jasmine. Now, regarding the performance, this is also the same as the Rouge Malakite. It will give you a very huge scent bubble, and it lasts about 3 to 4 hours. Very strong scent bubbles. This is a compliment getter for me. It works on my skin. People loves it on me, and I love it. And the longevity is also 7 to 8 hours, and you can get even more than 8 hours if you overspray it in the morning. Like if you spray 10 to 12 spray, definitely sometimes you don't need to reapply it again. Of course, unless you move a lot and you sweat, then maybe you need to respray it. But in average, you don't need to. This is a good scent for fall and winter. Though I still use it during spring and summer, I just need to tone down the spray maybe, but this is a for me because I love this so much. It's a whole year scent for me. This can be my scent signature scent too. So that's Vert Malakite. The fourth one is the blue lazuli, and where is Okay, so I lost my strips, so I need to spray it again. So the Blue Lazuli is Amber Spicy and was launched in 2018. And the perfumer is Pascal Garin, same perfumer as the Rouge Malakit. Top notes is mate, cardamom, and bergamot. Mid notes are plum, osmanthus, and jasmine. And base notes honey, tobacco, vanilla, and sandalwood. So the top notes mate is a tea. Okay, so the top notes is a strong cardamom. Cardamom with tea in the background. That's the initial opening. And because I love cardamom, this is also love at first sniff. The cardamom is so sexy. It's so intoxicating. Then transition into the floral, um, jasmine and plum. There is plum. I don't know, like sometimes there are some notes that is hyped up in the community. Recently, it's cherry, and now also the plum. Like people are crazy about the plum note. They're looking for that plum japonese by Tom Ford, plum in cognac by Scent of Woods, and sacred, not sacred wood, the plum by Kilian, single malt by Kilian. So people are, hyping up the plum note. And this one, there's plum in here, though it's not prominent as those few three perfumes that I mentioned. But there is plum in here. This is cardamom, jasmine, plum, and then the dry down is a honey, tobacco. It's a creamy honey, tobacco, and vanilla scent. There is tobacco here, but it's not prominent. But you can find it if you find the tobacco. If you looking for it, you can find the tobacco. This is very creamy honey, tobacco in the dry down. This is considered as a unisex, leaning masculine for me, while the Rouge Malakit and the Vert Malakit is leaning feminine. Performance Performance is not as good as the Rouge and the Vert Malakit. It will still give you a good scent bubble, but it disappears after 30 minutes to 1 hour, and longevity on my skin is about 4 to 5 hours. It's not that great compared to the Rouge and the Vert Malakite. Maybe that's why it's not that popular compared to the Rouge and the Vert Malakite. But it's still winner for me. And this is also a very good transition scent, meaning fall to winter and maybe also spring. Not too much on the no, you can still wear this on a cool summer nights, but it will be cloying when you use it during a hot day, hot summer day because of the tobacco note. So this is the blue lazuli. The fifth one is the Ombre Eccentrico. So this is considered as an amber fragrance, was launched in 2015, and the perfumer is Calice Becker. So the notes are amber, dried fruits, tonka bean, cinnamon, patchouli, and prunol. So this is a linear scent. It doesn't have the pyramid of top, middle, and the base notes. But this is also good. If you love amber scent, you will like it. It's very similar to Grand Soir, 80 to 90% similar. And the only difference is this has dried fruits. It's a bit fruity compared to the Grand Soir. Now the dried fruits in here reminds me of the tobacco bunny. Though you don't smell the dried fruits in the dry down. Like I have the dry down right here. I don't smell the dried fruits. It's basically amber in the dry down. Now the top is a bright bright amber, um, and sweet with dried fruits. And then few seconds, the cinnamon will be there. Dried fruits, cinnamon, amber. But the dry down is amber. The dry down is similar to the dry down of Grand Soir, and the performance is also very good. The longevity is the same with Vert and Rouge, 7 to 8 hours, but the silage is closer to the skin compared to the Rouge and the Vert Malakite. So the Rouge and the Vert Malakite has a bigger scent bubble compared to this, but the longevity is the same, 7 to 8 hours. Now, for those people who really love amber scent, I recommend to try this because this is not as expensive, but it's still expensive, but compared to Grand Soir, MFK, and the Ambre Nuit of um, I'm sorry about that, guys. So my the last video I didn't finish. So I ended up with the Ombre Eccentrico. As I said, it's a similar longevity with Rouge and Vert, but closer scent bubbles. So that's it for now, guys. So those are my five, and I have to rank it. So definitely my favorite will be the Vert Malachite. My second will be the Rouge Malachite. The third one will be the blue lazuli, and fourth one will be the amber eccentrico, and the last one will be my rose alexandria. So that's my five bottles of Armani Prive. And how about you guys? If you have any of these, what is your favorite? And what can you say about Vert Malachite? Do you, if you have it, do you also like it? You consider it as sexy? If you do, please comment down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.